This is where everything you've done starts to shift. You've gone to the underworld, you've gone through the root wounds, you've gone through that purge, that shadow work, you've gone through the safety, and now you're starting to see the light. This is where the external shifts are mirroring your internal shifts. This is the embodiment and the becoming. But first, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katerina. I am a shadow guide. I work with astrology and shadow work to help you go from chaos to clarity, from ego to soul. This is the final video of my money series, and it is the final episode of 2025. I actually can't quite believe I'm at the end of this year, and I also am so proud of myself. I started this channel in April, and I have literally posted once a week and never missed a week. And that is being devoted to my path, being devoted to my craft. And I am a Saturn ruled chart. So if there's one word, I think I said in the previous video, that I could give for Saturn ruled chart people is devotion. Be devoted to your life path, be devoted to your craft. Even if you can't see the path yet, just be devoted to whatever you put your energy towards. Be devoted to it. And the only week I'm going to miss is next week, because next Thursday is Christmas Day, and I normally post on Thursdays. So Christmas Day we are missing. And I have a few exciting things that are coming up in January. And it's Capricorn new moon. It's really, really full, loud Capricorn new moon. And when I say loud, I mean a lot of conjunctions happening, a lot of powerful things happening in January and February, and honestly the whole of next year. It's a very juicy year. So I wanted to talk about this video in two parts. The first is the embodiment. I spoke about this in the liminal space video, and I honestly believe that the liminal space needed a separate video because, again, like I said, not many people spoke about it, and I wanted to dedicate one video to that. I felt like the final video would be a mix between the embodiment and the becoming. So the embodiment starts within that liminal space, like I said last week. So that is preparing before seeing results, trusting whilst building your new identity. So what does that look like within money? It's preparing your workspace as if you had 5 clients a month. It's learning about financial literacy before the money comes. It's learning about investing before the money you want to invest comes. It's about building space within your life so the universe knows you are ready for that amount. It's about doing a financial expenses day once a month that your higher self, your new identity would do. So it's about seeing that monthly income that you would really love to have and doing a financial spreadsheet for it. It's about dedicating how much you would save, how much you would invest if you wanted to invest, how much you would spend on monthly nights out, dining out, beauty treatments, whatever it may be. You have your expenses already done for that dream wage that you want. That's embodiment. And I think for a really long time, I thought, how can I embody a number in a bank account when I don't have it? I can't go out how I want to go out. I can't go out for coffees or all those things because I don't have the wage that I want. And being part of this journey has hugely made me realize that my life didn't change that much. I still made my coffee in the morning. I still read my book. I still had a gentle, slow morning. I still do Pilates at home. I still have the rituals that I did. It's about having saving accounts for the things that you want to do before the money comes. What is the number that you would like to earn monthly that still makes you believe that it's possible? Let's not go for the 100,000 a month if you genuinely deep down don't think you're possible of that. If you're earning 50,000 a month, you could go to 100,000, no problem. But if you're earning £4,000 a month, you can't skip straight to 100,000. Your nervous system isn't ready for that. And that's where people go wrong. They fail because they're dreaming for something so big, their nervous system never prepares for it. So you need to have that dream in sight, but do the ladder step. So if you're earning 4,000 right now, make it, I like going up in fives, but let's just say, let's go for 8,000. Double it. You're earning £8,000. Now, create a financial tracking system for £8,000. Where would you put that money? And you don't need to be as detailed as like this amount goes on your phone bill or this amount goes on this, but count it all up and just be like, this is bills, this is tax, this is rent, this is beauty treatments, this is dining out, this is for saving, this is for investments. That is embodiment. When you embody the woman who receives, you're embodying her actions, and her actions are most likely monthly money check-ins. Her actions are most likely learning about the things that she wants to invest in. So do it now. Get prepared. Show the universe that you are preparing yourself for the abundance. I always think about it. If you don't look after your car right now, and your car is a shithole, it's messy, it's scuffy everywhere, you hardly ever take it to get serviced, why on earth would someone trust you to look after a Lamborghini? The universe needs to see that you are ready for more, but the only way the universe can see that you are ready for more is if you already take care of what you have. So if you're dreaming for a bigger house, look after the house that you have right now. Decorate it the way you would decorate the bigger house. Take care of your home. That is what embodiment is. You're embodying the person who already has everything they desire. I'm really sorry if you can hear like this murmuring or like vibrating sound in the background. There's building going on, so like they've I can hear it, so I don't know if the mic can pick it up, so I apologize about that. Embodiment is also if you are avoidant and you don't feel like you can hold wealth. Embodiment phase is creating a budget for yourself, and actually in that budget leaving left over, so you don't hit that budget. You intentionally leave some left over in your budget, and you take that and you put that into a savings account at the end of the month, and that shows you that you can experience joy, you can pay for things, but you can also hold wealth at the same time. And this isn't about like keeping 200 at the end. You know, when I first started that practice, I think I was like showing myself with £20 left over to show myself that I can hold wealth. It can be as little as like £5, even less than that. Just showing yourself that you can hold wealth and you are safe with that. Your nervous system doesn't look at the amount, your nervous system just knows that you didn't spend it all. And that's like, oh, okay, I can hold wealth. And it's just by those little daily actions, you know, looking at your bank account, creating that neutral space with it will help you in that avoidant path. Embodiment is literally preparation. You are showing the universe that you are preparing yourself for the abundance. So I'll say this in a different way that's not tied to money, even though this is the money series. Let's just say you want to go to Pilates and you just want to be someone who goes to a Pilates studio 2 times a week, 3 times a week, whatever you prefer. And you're not quite there financially to invest in that sort of amount of money for fitness. So you're waiting. You're like, oh, I can't do the Pilates there. I'll just like go for walks. Or maybe you're part of a gym that doesn't have any classes, but you just go and you like walk on the walking machine or do whatever. But really, what you want to do is go to a Pilates studio. Get your laptop, get your phone, and lay out a mat and do Pilates at home. That is embodiment. That is showing the universe that you're ready for the next version of yourself. You're ready for the new abundance in your life, the new habits. Those things don't come from you being in the waiting zone. They come from you actively acting like you already have what you desire. Now, what the embodiment phase isn't, is it's not pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's not creating a 6-month plan on your notions and actually not creating those habits and you doing those habits. It's not perfection. It's not trying to control outcomes. It's not trying to do that girl routine. It's not waiting for proof before you start. Those things keep you stuck a lot of the time in the liminal space. You've already done the work on yourself. You know your core wounds. You know a lot about yourself deeply. So you can't go back to before. So all you are doing is literally being in that liminal space. You're not quite your new self. You're not your old self anymore. So put down the new notebook that you've bought, which you buy every year, and write everything you want to achieve but never get there. Ask yourself, what would she do? Would her life be drastically different? And if it would, then a lot of the times we are looking at that from a place of desperation. We're desperately trying to leave our old life behind. But I went from no money to consistent money, and my life literally hasn't really changed that much. My everyday life is relatively similar. You know, I might work in a different spot, or I might buy a bit more, or I might buy a new workout set rather than having the one I had before. But the workout is the same. The morning routine is the same. I was in the embodiment phase for a while before I got into the proof coming to me, the becoming starting to be part of my life. And it was in that space when I started to realize that actually not much is different, like I said. So evaluate what your life would actually be. And not in terms of the extravagant holidays or the shopping spree that you would do, but the actual everyday things. What would change? And would it be you'll be more structured because you have a lot more clients? Then structure your day as if you had those clients. Put in your diary, my first client today at 2 o'clock. And then at 2 o'clock, if you have nothing, just sit with it and just imagine yourself sitting with your client. Or learn about the craft that you're doing in order to give your client a better experience. I've spoken a lot in this section, but I just feel like I feel like a lot of people have always said, and this is where I always got stuck, which was talking about embodiment, talking about becoming her, like act like her. And I just never understood what they meant And I was just like, I can't act like her. I don't have the finances. I don't understand how you can act like her. And then when I started to do it myself and I started to go through this process, I was thinking, oh, right, okay. If actually I was earning a lot of money and actually I had a lot of clients, what would my days look like? How would I actually spend my money? Because most likely I wouldn't go and splurge £3,000 without thinking about what I wanted first, without having a list of things that I desire. So write that list. Really think about, what kind of coat would I actually want? What kind of boots? Think about the skincare products, whatever it is. Like, that's how I kind of process the things. I wrote a list of what I wanted, and whenever I could afford it or whenever I had money to spend and able to expand my wealth a little bit more, I would put money aside for that. That was showing that I'm ready. Again, embodiment phase is just preparation. The thing that I want to repeat that I kind of spoke about in the last video, which was what things would feel like. And it will feel a bit awkward. It will feel a bit like you're second guessing yourself. There's a bit of doubt there. When you're in the embodiment phase, it will be a bit quiet because the universe has like released everything that no longer serves you. And now the universe is seeing if you're actually ready for that new. So there will be a moment when you are quiet, and that is the moment again when the universe will try and test you, where you'll question yourself, doubt yourself. You just need to stay dedicated. You just need to stay devoted to your path and your new path and what you see for your life. And it will come, and it will come through you embodying the new identity. So now we're moving on to becoming. And the becoming is honestly just a natural evolution from the embodiment phase. It's just when actual things start to come. Your nervous system is feeling regulated. You're not feeling anxious about money. When someone talks about money, you're not avoiding it. You just naturally feel a lot more calmer. This is honestly when your embodiment has just started to stabilize itself. This is like, okay, this is the new now. We're so ready for this. It just feels like there's no forcing yourself to try and do this, convincing yourself that this will work. It's just part of you now. This has become who you are. And in order to track this for yourself, in order to feel like, am I in this phase? There will be signs. Those signs are you no longer feel the need to do old patterns, to rely on old ways. You no longer feel the need to validate yourself through others. You no longer feel the need to hold on to your money so tightly. Again, you just feel calm. You just feel calm and stabilized around the thought of holding more wealth. This is when you're not performing, you're not spiraling, you feel grounded, and you're making decisions from clarity, not fear. So, how becoming looks like within your money world, more specifically, is you will feel really safe with wealth in your bank account. You won't feel the need to spend it all. You'll feel safe with also spending on alignment, in alignment, and you will naturally feel like the majority of things you do, you no longer desperation spend as much as you did. When you go to buy something impulsively, you most likely will pause and stop and be like, okay, what is this serving me? How is this serving me? You will trust yourself with the money that you have, and you will trust yourself with money coming to you. You will trust yourself with receiving. You will trust the universe that you will receive. It's this, again, this calmness, like you don't worry about it as much because you have proof. Your nervous system has proof now that you can hold wealth, that you can spend in alignment, that you can build wealth, the nervous system has caught up to your beliefs. This is where all that consistent energy with every phase, honestly, but specifically the embodiment phase, when you've shown up, when you've embodied your highest self, your next identity, the next chapter of your life, when you've embodied how she is, this is the becoming, is the consistency paying off. You no longer have to try and be consistent, you just naturally are. You always return to those habits. Your nervous system feels safer with you, your nervous system feels safer with money. You just feel like, again, this calmness. It's a calmness from the consistency that you have built. And honestly, you will feel a lot of the time when you're around places or things that remind you of who you used to be, you will feel so tired with like feeling like you have to be your old self. Like it will feel like, I'm done with that. I'm just done with performing. I'm done with performing. I am no longer that person, and any experience or any person that is not happy with the person that you are right now, you'll just feel less likely to either want to spend time with them or feel like you're so done with like pretending, you're so done with the performance of who you were, and you are this person now and you feel more confident showing up as that person. And then after this phase, it's kind of like your life begins. The arrivals start happening, things start coming towards you, more opportunities come towards you. And it can, again, it's not like suddenly you're miraculously great at everything and you don't fear anything. You will have that fear come up, but it's like feel that fear and do it anyway, you know? It's when you can tell the difference between like anxiousness, because anxiousness is about something that hasn't happened yet. So you might be anxious about how to get to this event, or how many people are there, or do you have to talk at this amount of time, or whatever. The But the nervousness is the gut. The nervousness is like, oh, I'm excited about this. That is excitement. And you'll just naturally feel that flip. Like you'll feel it, you'll feel the fear, like the nerves. You'll transmute those nerves into excitement because you know that this is like what you've always dreamed for. And it will show up sometimes at the beginning in little tiny ways, you know. You'll have someone validate you for your business. You'll have an experience that might have nothing to do with money, but they gave that to you. And I should have said this actually in the safety one, but I forgot. Um, the Something to do with receiving, a really good thing is like to write down every time you receive anything, a compliment, a coffee, a gift, a book, a meal, whatever it is, like anything, and you didn't ask for that at all and you got gifted that, write that down, because that is genuinely proof to your nervous system that you're worthy of receiving and that you actually can receive and be safe with that. But the reason I thought of that now is because at the beginning, like when things start to come to you, it is sometimes with like little things. It is like the free coffee and no one's ever offered you a free coffee before. It might be that you got flowers randomly from a family member or friends and they've never given that to you before. It's just like these things that start to pop up, you know, and you start to evaluate, oh my goodness, that is the first time that you've done that to me. Wow. And it's because you're opening up your field for receiving. So it's just those little things, but take note of them if you want to, and send gratitude back to that person and be really grateful for what you have received. Because if you're grateful for a coffee, then the universe knows that you're grateful for, like, you just are on the frequency of gratefulness. So you will tend to have things come at you because you're grateful for that very small thing, because again, it's all a frequency. Anyway, I could yap for ages and I feel like I'm going to miss talking for the next couple of weeks, but I I'm really excited for the new year. I genuinely feel like a lot of things are coming towards me, and a lot of ideas and a lot of new ways that I'm going to approach this channel and my business online. You know, facing that fear of being seen has been something that I've learned this year, and I'm keep on pushing myself to go forward and be seen in lots of different ways. So anyway, I want to thank you so much. I want to thank everyone for being part of this series. I really loved it, and I really hope that you have. Let me know in the comments if there's any ideas for the new year. I would love to have some input from everyone who watches this videos and has ideas for other series or maybe other style of videos that you feel like you liked hearing from me and you would like me to speak about it more. I'll definitely keep those in mind when I think about the videos in the new year. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I always feel so like old, like Victorian London when I'm like, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. But I really wish all of you such a wonderful holiday period. And if you do not celebrate Christmas anyway, I really hope you have a beautiful end to the year. And may 2026 bring us all of our blessings and joy and abundance. It's going to be a little bit of a juicy one, like I said, but I am excited. And I want to thank you again for watching. And I'm going to go now because I could talk for ages. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in 2026.